SHEABABY.
Yeah.
Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that SHEABABY's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibe.
42 Doug, all this money's gonna slow up eventually. You're gonna wish you had that 100,000 back. Or if these niggas get up and you down, are they gonna give you 100,000 back? Or are you gonna have to go ask for it? Or are they gonna see you in the club with one chain on 10 years from now?
What's good, my man? We back. They've been looking for us, man. We got a lot of smoke today, man. I hope you're ready for today. Today's gonna be real interesting. What's up, baby? How you been?
Mr. AI Sauce, man. We back with another one, my boy. We back with another one. Let's talk about it, my guy. What you got for me today, man? Another week. I know it's been a minute, but we here. The people in the comments and in the chat, they say, what's up, man? What happened to AI? I'm back. Had to come back and sit with you. Let's talk about it.
All right, man. Jim Jones. Yeah, man, he's there heating up the streets, man. He got an album out. A lot of people are out there hating on Jim Jones, man. But, I see Jim Jones is out there. He's doing this thing. What you think, Shay? Is he too old, man? Approaching 50 or even 50 putting out these albums? Let's talk about it. What you think?
Oh, man, Uncle Jimmy. Look, man. Look. I ain't mad at Uncle Jimmy, man. Jim Jones, I could go back as far as thinking, being in high school, going up and, when I first, thought it was cool to be trying to get outside, get in them streets and, doing different things. I remember, one of the first people that I was listening to was Cameron and was, like the Locks. And, when you listen to Cameron, when you started early in the game, listening to Cam, the buildup of Cameron and buildup of Dipset had a lot to do with Jim Jones. Yeah, when Jim Jones stepped on the scene and Joel Santana, it took Dipset and it took Cameron to the next level. So, Jim Jones, I was there, in real time. I was watching everything from when it all started with Jim, getting down with Dipset. So, to see Jim like damn near 25 years later, we talking Locks numbers. We talking, all of the GOAT numbers, Fat Joe numbers. He's up there with those type of guys with longevity in the game. Even if you didn't touch the mic, pause, or you was even on, I remember Jim Jones getting on songs early in the game. But if you want to take that away from him and saying that he wasn't a rapper early in the game, you can't lie to yourself because it didn't matter. Look at Freaky Zeke. He's down with Dipset. Being in the mix and being around at those times, there was niggas that was famous just for being a guy's friend. There was dudes back in those times that was getting checks for just being the guy's friend. You know what I mean? It wasn't all this social media. So them guys that they was talking about on the records and those guys that they would bring on the radio stations and all that with them, those guys would get famous too. So, Jim Jones was famous early in the game. You know what I mean? So to see him putting all this together all these years later is unbelievable. The whole momentum build up. I saw him, and when him and Cam got into the smoke and got into the drama, I see this shut down a lot of situations even early for the the YNs. The YNs couldn't even put out albums when Jim Jones and Cameron started beefing. Pause. That's all. It was all in the reels. It was all in the algorithms. So yes, man. I'm not mad at Jim Jones putting out an album this time in the game. You know what I mean? I ask shit. And you know what? The music is good. You know what I'm saying? It's fire too. I like a couple of the songs on there too. The album's type crack. You listen to the song Dope Boy. I put it on the page, and I actually put drop, and it's on the Vamp Life records page too. Is because that song is fire. It's not because niggas is fans. It's because the shit sounds dope. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? So if it's something that's fire, we gotta go with it, and that's a fact. So shout out to Jim Jones, man. Keep going. I mean, if you listen to the album, I feel like Jim Jones could do this like 10 more times. The album, it sounds like, he can do 5 albums a year. Let me keep it real with you. You know what I mean? It's what we expected it to be. If you expected anything else different, only thing I gotta lie, I thought Drake was on the album. I really thought Drake was on the album, Kanye West, all of that. But, Jim Jones is sneaky and he's a workaholic. He might have another album with Kanye West and Drake on it that he's about to drop. This might be the street tester. Now, if he does that, I gotta say, we gotta crown him. because the next album could be classic. And at 50 years old, like I say, Jimmy, you 50. Jimmy's 50 and balling. If you mad at that, you a hater. Now people say, Shay, you know, they're not even talking about Jim Jones being 50 and rapping. They talking about what he's representing and what he's talking about in the songs. Are you really listening that hard? Just pause. Nigga, like you said, 50 years old on these beats and still rapping. Just pay homage. Why are you hating so much and looking into it like that? You a grown-ass man yourself too. So if you really thinking that the little kids is listening to Jim Jones and going and drilling, you out of your mind. They're listening to them YNs that got them drinking all that lean and all that stuff, going to do them drillings. I don't want to put that on Uncle Jimmy. Jimmy's been doing this type of music since early 2000s, late 90s. It's just straight up street Harlem music. And that's a fact. Shout out to Jim Jones. So I ain't mad at him putting out these records and putting out these albums. Let's keep this going. Shout out to Jim Jones. That's a fact.